I mean, I'm really looking forward to it here, and in terms of how things are going to shape up, I'm interested to see who's going to come out on top in this kind of grudge matchup as well, right? I think there's going to be some history here of these shakeups in the offseason, of the fact that, you know, now both of these teams kind of on orged as well. It has to lead to some motivation, has to lead to some extra influence coming through from both of these squads. But we're ready to hop into the action. We're ready to see what Train is going to bring us here in this opening map for this series. Who's going to be looking to move forward into that upper bracket final, giving themselves a good chance of trying to lock in that spot at Pro League.
Yeah, and a big debut for Sauce as well, straight from the FPL, or rather Face It leaderboards, not quite FPL. Seeing what he can bring to the table. There's also Slump in the server. Missed icon smoke as well is gonna make this take very awkward. But there's a team kill in the mix that makes it interesting, followed by a double from Shane. And it got a bit out of sorts for a moment, but a missed camera smoke. I honestly haven't really seen that.
Yeah,
I wonder if it was a blocked smoke
I'm
or
thinking it was
anything of that
blocked,
sort.
Maybe. That was my idea. From how it landed, I mean, it could have just been missed, but it kind of looked like it was just barely off, like someone had maybe body blocked it before it actually landed. So, I mean, if that's the case, really impressive stuff out of the gates. And as I highlighted here, again, both these teams so familiar with each other, you have to imagine there's some reads on the tendency. You also have to put into question here, you know, what the sort of calling situation is going to be on Boss. Is it kind of, at this point in time, going to be by committee, given the fact that there is no, you know, dedicated IGL. You know, Slight can probably pick up the mantle here, so familiar with so many different squads, but in that case, it's going to add even more interesting factors into this matchup here.
Doing like a B-site pop, but just as Slump, rather Snav left the site, Sauce comes through with a big-time entry onto Shane. Double dink. That incendiary is not going to slow many of them down either. The bomb travels into the site. Sauce gets down onto the oil train. Is this possible? Sauce gets a second there from the oil train. Can he get another, though? Then the MP9s begin to swoop on through, but then there's the Deagle from Fruitcupx, and we have a game. Fruitcupx and Slight needing to stop a defuse. There is no kit, however. This is a fake. They've read into it. Unbelievable. Can the Glocks get it? Yes! With the Deagle from Fruitcupx, it's just Marky on 85 HP. And look at that. Slight, he's made the play. He's gotten out the sidewalk. He might have just won this round, but he goes in. And he gives up the game.
Oh, there's a kit.
There's a kit. He went and picked up the kit. And he gave up the game.
Got a nice little cowboy hat for his troubles as well there. Marky rubs it in as Slight just thought he was probably running away at that point, but the kit was recovered. And it becomes a lost round in the end after so much work being done for Boss to make the impossible happen. Fruitcupx with a couple nasty Deagle shots there. Sauce to open it up as well. It felt like there was a reality that just slips through their fingertips. A chance to launch into this matchup. At the very least, though, I mean, if you're looking at small silver linings here, I guess a pretty big one, to be honest with you, it's that you did so much damage that the economy and utility is going to be a little bit lacking coming into this next round. And that's something you have to live on here on the side of Boss, knowing that that one slipped straight through your grasp.
Oh, that is devastating. I mean, I wonder, there's a little timeout called in, and I know, you know, Snav, Shane, there, they get up to chirping a little bit. Let's just say that's happened in the past. And I wouldn't put it past them that they'd let that one marinate for a moment. A little toss from Slight, but either way, the damage has been done in the Glock Eco. Win this round could be a big-time swing for Boss. He wills. Had a chance, did not react fast enough, though. And will just force the molly out.
I mean, this is the advantage that you get from doing all that damage. It is that the utility at a minute on the clock is incredibly low. Now, Shane's that B-side anchor, so he's got a smoke left, but there's only one smoke to delay out this A control that's going to be attempted, and that's going to be a severe challenge here for getting info.
As the util set's going through, I'm not sure that smoke landed proper. They will still execute either way. And escape on through. Marky with a second to add to snavs. And slump around the yellow trains as well. Cutting down attacker after attacker. Molly, though, will burn him. He will go down to the flames. But anything extra here from B-Wills could get them the site. They need the space. And Dare already arriving here on a flank. And it's toast. 3-0 here. As Boss just too slow to beat the flank.
Yeah, I mean, Dare started that one off very early, pressing through Ivy, and then having a massive opportunity to wrap this round up. And that flank is finally complete. So good motion. I mean, despite the lack of utility, having that sort of security, being able to focus all of your rifles kind of on one front, dealing with old T-Con and Pop is absolutely perfect. And they just win a couple of crucial duels to limit the impact of having less utility. Smoke's already in bloom here towards T-Con, and this is a chance to stabilize. You want to make sure that you clean this round up. After coming down to an unbelievable clutch from Marky, you want to make sure that there are no complications. Fruitcupx Deagle can always add complications, though.
Marky. Jiggle peeking forward. Molly in will force player back. And in the meantime, Fruitcupx does go down to Dare. I'm really looking forward to see how Sauce does perform in a team environment. Because that's a huge question mark. That's kind of the wild card of this Boss team. And the gamble that they've made into this season. Whether it's a long-term pickup or not. I mean, we saw in that Glock go round, there is one thing he certainly can do, and that is hit headshots.
Absolutely. This team environment, when you talk about having a kind of a rookie player that's a little bit less experienced step into this roster, you gotta be set up for success.
Oh my goodness.
See what he can do. Fruitcupx definitely set up decently in this round. Double aggression through Pop, though. Fruitcupx feeling like this is a little bit of space that he can capitalize upon. It's been spotted out, though, now. His position revealed. Element of surprise no longer
Hello
the case,
there.
but certainly surprising for Snav.
4 players are coming through Pop Dog right now for getting info. Are you kidding me? This is insane stuff that's happening. And the kills come through. It's suddenly a 1v1. That's like 7 kills in 2 seconds. And Slump, he got 3 of them. Darty in the clutch. And Slump trying to play some mind games.
Darty's just waiting so patiently. Has all the time in the world for a reposition. He's looking to clear out everything, though, and in the meantime, it's just going to burn time off the clock. That Slump will happily let slide. Both players at a full standstill right now. Absolutely no motion in the map here. But this is still pressure on Darty now to plant the bomb, and either way, Slump can slide out on the tap and line up a kill here. Flank's clear, and smoke's going to reveal that it is on the A side.
Darty planting inside of the smoke, though, could be risky. Will Slump spam it? He will not. Darty gets to the back of the bomb site, and I think the barrel was just seen. Slump has a molly, and he's going to use it. Darty needs to swing, and he's not ready for Slump's elevated angle. Absolute chaos outside of Pop. But Slump takes advantage and gets 4.
Just ice cold in the clutch as well. Pure patience coming through from Slump. doesn't budge on the idea of trying to get fancy with the rotate, just plants his feet and pop, takes a position of comfort, and allows Darty to kind of make that first move. And into a sort of 1v1 situations where you don't know where your opponent is, as soon as you get any sort of information, that immediately sets you in the advantage. Like that. 5-0 start here. It was close. That last round close, but Info looking to run away with things here. HG to blow up in the smoke. Slump goes for an opening. Takes a little bit of damage, but gets out alive with some info.
Aha, I see what you did there.
Hey, perfect.
Oh, but that's not great. Double swing into an op and Darty. Last thing they expect. Now it's Boss's turn for 4 players out pop. But this one a bit of a fake. Slight tossing in some lurk utility. But Dare front E-box is calling this clear. In fact, they call a bluff on the fake. So Molly goes in a ramp. Potentially a flank could activate.
So passive. I mean, 3 players jumping down in unison.
Holy crap.
Synchronized swimming right there on the inbound. But as you lose sight, do you want to go for this? Well, Shane commits. He's going all in here looking for a follow-up, but B-Will shuts him down. The flank getting a little bit awkward as Dare gets his util out. And everyone falls here on the side of getting info for punish. And the first round on the board for Boss.
Yeah, wasn't ready for the confident re-swing out of NA Pugstar Sauce. And Boss on the board. I think they should have been on the board earlier, I won't lie. This getting info round is sponsored by Slump, who drops $9,400 in the hole. Keep this team afloat. Ooh. And Slight takes a lot of damage through the smoke spam. No opening picks. But now Darty wants blood. He's going out for a dry fight on the site, hoping those flashbangs would get someone in the open. That Molly's gonna force him. Or not. It misses.
Darty can just plant his feet here still. The idea of this threat looming over the heads.
They're going back.
Getting info might make them feel like they need to clear this out. Close up for Dare. Does he want to press the issue? No, gonna play off the back of that smoke instead. That leaves the last smoke in play here. 50 seconds left on the clock here. Boss have time to wait things out.
And Sauce is playing this very well. Back of A main, awaiting for the push. At 40 seconds, Boss are going to be setting up B. Sauce to deal with this A main aggression. In the meantime, Slump does rotate. And posted. While Sauce, in the meantime, is trying to sell something. Slump, will he hit the jiggle peak? He misses. That allows him to advance forward, and he goes down to the slight op. It's down to Shane's MP9. He'll get cleared just for the one. He's staying alive, though. Buying time, but not enough. Fruitcupx descends to the site, but he goes for the fake plan. He's going for the kills. And that wasn't needed. It's down to Sauce, but he won't be getting this frag onto Dare, who tucks away, and there's no time.
Nothing he can do about it right there. Just enough time buying measure right there. I mean, maybe Fruitcupx a little bit concerned with the idea that they could press in and deny the bomb plant either way, but that was the only option for a round victory, and going for that fight ends up being the secured defeat for him here. And getting info, I mean, somehow make these rounds manage here. The fact that Slump still sneaks a kill in while you see Shane do such a good job of delaying on that B side. 6 here, speeding it up. Sauce already out of T-Con here, finding an entrance and another 2 headshots quick as can be. He's down low to third. Oh my god. 3 kills out of Sauce, making it 4 here, going for it, but eventually slowed down by Shane.
But surely that's enough to win the round. Sauce going full. NA Pugstar out of A main. Just deletes 3 people. That's the type of thing you want to see. That is the unknown factor this player provides as Fruitcupx swings in. He threads in a headshot. It's the number 8 player on the North American matchmaking server. No competitive experience prior. And he hands out 3 headshots.
That's how you get there right there. Some sharp aim like that. A little bit of a secret weapon unleashed for Boss to break the backs of getting info. Perfect pressure out of T-Con with the right setup. Again, you want to be able to trust these new guys here. You got to be able to set them up like that. And he's able to knock down the pins here. A lot of damage done already on the slump here. But a quick kill. This offers up some complications here. B-Wills has stuck his way out, but now he's under pressure, getting spammed down here. Still fights his way through it and staying alive even longer.
Fruitcupx trying to clean things up. It's a bit awkward, but the Glock will do for Fruitcupx at the very end of it. Now, I am exaggerating Sauce's background. He did play a little bit of ESEA Advanced, but hardly many seasons with the team. And only just a couple of games in ESEA Advanced as a bit of a substitute.
Okay. I mean, I feel like the big way that you kind of prove yourself is in, like, qualifiers, right? You have a chance to do so. And you actually play up against some of these real good teams, and you do well against them, you get your chance, right? I mean, that's exactly what Fruitcupx did. Talk about his experience in some CCTs in the past where he was kind of able to create some upsets, get a couple of map victories. He was a big piece in that, and then it draws teams' attention in, but I mean, you don't get that just playing advanced, right? You have to play seasons and seasons of advanced, finally get your chance at a qualifier. But this guy, I mean, like you said, still probably gaining a lot of attention from what he does in pugs and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'm looking at this actually. For the side of Sauce, I don't think he's even played a complete season of ESEA Advanced. That's a bit ridiculous. I mean, you see people grind, you know, sometimes 10 seasons before they get to ESL Challenger League. He didn't even play a full complete one. And, you know, he's been kind of top of the NA Face It leaderboards for these last couple of months. And he just gets to skip the line.
I mean,
and he's showing
like
why.
That, yeah.
He's showing why. That those kills were clean.
Absolutely. I mean, just perfect crosshair placement. Mechanics looking as sharp as can be. A little bit of a risk here paying off for Boss. Who do they pick up now? Should he get on in here? Maybe not quite. Shane has a chance to fire down range here, and an easy pickup before there's any trade potential here. Sauce down low, the USP out, and a great trade from Darty as he has to escape with the bomb.
There. Moves forward. Gets an easy shot down onto Fruitcupx. 2 versus 3, and Darty goes down next. It's Slight up from heaven. He wants to make a desperate play, but the shots are not on target at that range. Getting info are going to advance to a 7th here. Decent lead for them.
A little bit of an off-spawn call. I feel like that's what's been really working for Boston. I think they understand that as well. Ever since they were able to lift off using Sauce on an entry, they've been playing some pretty high pace, high octane Counter-Strike with those off-spawn calls here. But towards the B side, they get slowed down a little bit. Now we'll see what they do to try and end off this half. Will it remain quick? Now seeming like a little bit slower here, trying to get Slight set up for an open duel. Smoke goes in. He wanted to push past it, I believe, but goes for a pop shot instead. And Boss for now will have to take a slower approach to the deciding round of the 12th.
Swing forward. Oh my goodness. B-Will, does he have the double? Not quite. Unprepared for the double setup. It was a nice shot onto the Opera, no matter, but not enough. Fruitcupx, though. to make a play. Lurk smoke deployed on Ivy. He gets tons of space. No one covering the backtracks. Dare thinks about making a play.
Oh, boy.
Fruitcupx is long gone. Ready for the fight and wins it. Dare down. Looking for another challenger. Now snav. Slight is not prepared.
App control puts so much pressure, and Slight still having a late activation, but Fruitcupx falls. And now Slight could be surprised by the positioning as well, but he still fights his way through it. Down low HP.
Here comes
Puts
Sauce.
Marky in a rock in a hard place.
Yep, barrel scene. Sauce making the move. And hits the timing proper. Down to Shane. Secondary off. Does deliver on the first. Pistol out for Slight. 20 seconds. 20 HP. But Slight nails the shot as he switches back to the sniper. 5 rounds at least for Boss. And Sauce, the man that rhymes, topping the charts. I mean, it kind of is the ESL Pro League story. You know, the idea that you can climb up from the very bottom of Counter-Strike, play through all the leagues, or maybe just get plucked straight from Face It. Well, that's Sauce on the side of Boss, getting his chance not at an ESEA advanced team or even a main team. He climbed his way up the Face It ladder and is now top of the server versus some of NA's finest. Sauce, he's looking for the fight, but eventually will get cleaned out by Dare. Multiple players all swarming the backtrack, but Fruitcupx takes a second. Flank develops from B-Wills, and that leaves Shane. Bomb is actually planted for him at the back of the site. Fake on the defuse will draw Shane back on in. Thinking about the swing, looking for the player, but B-Will doesn't know where to look either. And so that will be getting info, picking up a very valuable pistol. Sauce feeling confident to buy a Deagle, though. This is what is the call for getting info? A B-side hit probably spells doom. It's just 2 USPs on the hold. In the meantime, B-Will's making a play. Gets a dink on a marky, but that's not the kill he wanted. That could have been a big time frag, but Sauce does come through in on the rotate. Maybe there's a chance. But armorless pistols are just too easy to cut through, especially for a pack of MAC-10s. You want to hope, you want to see some cool shots, and at the end of the day, Counter-Strike brings you back to brutal reality. Yeah, enough players spamming smokes at once. There's just nowhere to stand. You don't need Molotovs when you have bullets. Sauce wants the duel on a Marky who stands in the flames for the fight. And they're not ready for the second. Are you kidding? Sauce survives? He goes for 3-2. He's just dancing on him right now. He's playing like they only got 2k elo. Hold on. Snav answers one back. And a smoke fades where Marky cleaves down two and up the slate. He's got an ace. And he's not ready for Marky at the E-box. A good double back, a good brawl, but no one else puts up resistance but Slight. Some would think that keeps moving, but it stays on the B side of the map and returns to the brown halls where he snipes down another. Slight, one of the most capable oppers down here in North America. That's what you want to see out of the CT side. Sauce handles the duel onto Snav. B-Will's watching a smoke, anticipating that potential lurk. It will take a miracle, and it's perfect. Off the smoke fade, calls an amazing flash from Sauce, who swings back in for more. Boss bouncing back. Little jump peek just plucked out of the sky there for Slump. And this horse spy could get bested, and this could get Boss into the game. Getting info, they've got one smoke. And they're gonna use the CT smoke to lurk through. will get punished for that. Darty takes another. 2 for 2 here. And Sauce swings, but nobody goes with him. They're gonna respect the smoke. They're just not... I mean, Slight is in no position to go for this. Oh, that's a huge mistake, though. Dare gives up the fight. Time running out. That's not gonna work. Slight has to run forward into the smoke and start up the defuse, and they somehow get it! The most long-winded retake in the 2 versus 2 somehow works. Miscommunication there from getting info. Marky said the brown halls were clear. Fruitcupx walks in seconds later and gets a back turned. And from downtown, Slight runs the marathon to the bomb. Well then.
Wow. I mean, that just felt like it was a round that wasn't going to be attempted there until it was. Until the opportunities opened up. Just about last second. Just enough time to secure it there. A little lifeline granted to Boss. Tech9's in the mix, a little bit of utility. Smoking and mollies, all that they have left here. I'm gonna question what it's gonna be used for here, what the intentions are of this utility that they do have. This control towards brown halls and what they were able to capitalize last time on that B side. Again, I feel like a bit of a shallow smoke that could allow them to pop through like they did last time. This one a little bit deeper, to be fair.
Can't miss this if you're Slight. Step above the train bumper, but there goes a lurk smoke. That makes things weird. Nade does touchdown for monster levels of damage. But a bit of an awkward fight for the 2 players. Darty drops. Has to be worried of the oil play, and he is. Helped out by these softened up players. Slump basically starts the round on 14 HP. And Boss are clawing back.
Yeah, incredible utility damage right there. From Slight, the lift off in that round. Not phased by the lurk smoke, but you just blow it open like that. Getting info. They're getting the legwork into these rounds here, but can they secure them when they have the rifles in play? The trades have been very good for this T side. Getting pressed upon here. They're already gathering information. Warning for Fruitcupx here.
Oh, but the flashbang pop is excellent. Fruitcupx dealt with, and there's 3 players in the open. Can Sauce do it all? Lots of damage, but his teammates go down just too quick. They dry run it. They don't even throw smokes, and they catch everyone in the open.
I mean, that's just so quick as well. Think about the sacrifice of, you know, risk-taking that you have to do for getting info. We know how common it is for players to push into pop and to collapse through B as well. That common, you know, crunch that we see so often. But they're full sprinting through brown holes to try and get pop control so that they can make that exact play. And off of a single flashbang that completely destroys Fruitcupx, it will take their strides into the A site. Ready to take his save. Boss, just scale back into this comeback here. They're constantly met with some of these rounds that getting info can put together.
Yeah, I think B-Wills was also caught with utility in hand as well. So normally, that doesn't fly, but I think B-Wills might have been lining up utility for pop. Because Sauce covering A main just fine. But everyone else absolutely toppled. As, oh, the swing there. The crouch saves B-Wills. A very impactful round right here. This could decide the map.
Trying to drain the belts here. We're getting info. Slowly but surely drawing out some of that utility here. Deep T-con smoke utilized from B-Wills, so any sort of scaling through Ivy could be effective. Setup a little bit weakened number-wise here. That's Marky tossing in a lurk smoke, threatening the idea. Now this is going to put a little bit of panic here. Without anyone holding in this direction, Boss going to feel the need to press the issue.
Or players being maintained. A site. Sav, in the meantime, throwing a bit of a fake utility set for a late A main take. That could not be farther from the truth. It's all down to Darty. First kill, back of the train, but there's no one coming from upper. He can focus his fights, but he can't get the second. Bomb to be planted, retake to be scrambled, and Slump is posted.
Yeah, they got cut off here. Molly for Z. They're taking control on this B side as well, which is the best way to win in these post plants.
That's smoked. He's a lockout, but Slight gets an angle onto Shane at Oil Train. Does Slight have anything more from this? A quick trade from Fruitcupx does deliver, but Slump needs to hit these op shots. It's just a tag on the B-Wills as the CTs advance. He's missing the shots, but everyone is too. It's just Fruitcupx. Fake on the defuse, swing from snav, and they've got it. Getting info with map point.
Everyone falling on the server right there, but Slump doing just enough. That last little no-scope. An extra inch given right there. For the side of getting info to try and push this one across the finish line. Making the clutch so comfortable. Putting them onto 5 MP9s here. For Boss to fight for survival. They've got so much X factor here. They've got their little secret weapon here in Sauce. But they need something special right now to close this out. Sauce is flying forward.
That's been heard. He's so convinced that someone is still in A main. He'll step forward into that close right corner. I wonder if Snav is prepared for it. It doesn't seem like it. This might not register here for getting info that this is a potential position. Oh, the swing forward, though. Sauce wanted more.
I heard the shift up, more of the pressure being put towards Ivy and thought that was his window to strike, but Slump just patiently waiting, as is the rest of getting info for aggression for the MP9s to feel the need to press the issue. Distance here for Shane allows him to land the headshot and survive the strike from Slight.
And now just running out of manpower. 2 more players will be sent up pop.
This could be an early flank, though, from Darty.
Oh, okay. This is possible. B-Wills does need to put up a hold. That's good. For 1, for 2, that could buy time for the flank here on Darty. A winnable round. Darty, MP9 in hand. It's not the range for the weapon, but he needs to convert the kill.
No
it's
way.
not there. The 180 flick from Marky ends the map. And getting info, despite the masterclass from Sauce, take Boss's map pick 13-9.
And a map that has been just a stronghold for Boss as well, right? This was such an incredible map for them when they were playing consistently.
Despite a near dream run, you know, trying to go face it to ESL Pro League for Boss, that could be getting cut quite short. As Getting Info looking to send them to the lower bracket, just 1 map away from doing it as they head to their map pick. I'm fine. I'm joined by Colt X or McHenry as we're taking away Ancient here between Getting Info and Boss.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing there's a bounce back effort here rolling out from the side of Boss as we see an early fight coming through with a pistol, and it does seem like they're ready to meet Getting Info on this map here of Ancient, already and flying out towards middle to shut this play down.
They were going for a donut to A mid-split, but that got blown up in about the first 10 seconds. So I guess the best way to counter that is to just send 5 players mid for the CT side. Snav's going to be able to get the bomb plant nevertheless, though, and covered by Marky. And now we've got some problems, but Sauce is going to handle some of them. He's got 3 in the round so far. Helped out there by Fruitcupx. And Boss will pick up the pistol, courtesy of the superstar.
Yeah, Sauce with quite the start here on Ancient. Good to see him still keeping up that level of confidence for map 1 as well. Carrying that forward. I think, all things considered, that is probably one of the better scenarios for Getting Info. 5v2 in the start of that round, and still managing to get a bomb plant. But not enough kills to encourage the full force buy. They'll actually go pretty conservative on this one. For a half buy in this, and probably look towards the next round. Some great utility damage on top of the flashbang. B-Will's put a little bit of pressure on him. Slump's challenging with the Deagle here. There's an MP9 close that could give him a committed swing. Slump is still drawing out a lot of attention.
Yeah, and he's going to go down. Slight predicting the fallback. Takes the space, takes the kill. Next up is Sauce. Don't get 1-deagged. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening. Instead, a sprint to Donut. Fruitcupx, back of it, and just mows down 3. Switches to the USP to handle the 4th. There is one thing here. Boss have tons of firepower. Sauce might have been an upgrade in that department. But they've still got Fruitcupx as well. He is still a threat.
Yeah, no question about that. Talk about the secret weapon that Sauce is kind of showing in this qualifier so far. Fruitcupx is, at this point, the known quantity of this team when it comes to elevated performances. Some ticking in the molly for B-Wills. That covers about 40 of his health. Unfortunate fashion there, just sticking around for a little while too long. Recycled smokes, but it almost cost him his life as Dare had a small window of opportunity missed out on.
Boss have established a foothold front A main at the moment. Darty covers off that entire side of the map. And could allow for a pretty confident B-site stack. This could be bold from Slight, though, as he swings and stands still for the headshot. But here comes Sauce. Trying to lock things down here with the A4, running out of ammo. Now teammates still delivers another. This player keeps delivering headshots for his squad. It still is going to be a save, though, for Boss, most likely.
Inching forward here. Committed from Slump. I don't know how he tracks that spray. It looked like he lost control of it, but regains it just in time. And now it's just a save of a sole MP9. Maybe to be upgraded upon here. Slump down low. He'll certainly fall. Got a little bit surprised. That actually triggers Dare down the ramp as well. Darty upgrades, but yeah, Dare's got to fight now at this point. He can't run away. The bomb would do too much damage. Darty gets out 36 health. Able to tank it, but yeah, I mean, Sauce backs against the wall, literally. How does he get 2 kills there so comfortably?
And I'm still mind blown. I mean, he fits in so well. And he has the aim of one of the top faced players. Like, Team Counter-Strike all you want. You know, there's a quote from Issa. He was talking to his teammates. Oh my goodness, as Dare just gets blown up at the start of this round. I'll hold the little fun thought for a bit. We got Fruitcupx going for a wide swing. And he lines up too, because he's Fruitcupx. For those who haven't been watching NA Counter-Strike lately, this guy does that pretty frequently. Now Sauce on the angle. A lot of damage, no kill.
Oh, but Darty's still on coverage. Well, there's a little bit to return here from Snav. That flank is looking to wrap him up. To put this round to rest as Boss able to continue to count up here. A small hiccup, but being able to do so much exit damage from Darty in that last round. And providing more coverage rolling out there. Leads to Boss onto 3. I want to hear this story about Issa, though.
Yeah, so this was part of the Dead Fox interview that HLTV recently released. But Issa, Dead Fox asked Issa, what is the most important part of Counter-Strike? And he flat out told him, aim. That's it. And at the end of the day, team experience is cool. But if they can shoot their way out of any situation, that's no problem. That's why aimbotters are a problem in Counter-Strike. That was a jab.
They do stink. We all can agree. Aimbotters stink. No one likes that. That is for sure.
Oh, what a shot, though. Sauce put down by a wide swing in 1D. He just hands the M4 over to Dare. Shane wants another chance at the 1D. T-Wills swings wide, however. Shane somehow got a second. Problem, though, for Marky is he's low on HP. Gotta be ultra precise. And the M4 going for spam damage. The Fruitcupx just keeps swinging. Here comes Dare. Yet another challenger here in Cave. I'm not going to commit to the fight.
Yeah, it's a shame that Slump can't find any upgraded pistols or anything of that nature as well. They're super careful about clearing things out, trying to use Slump as a little bit of a bait, closing the distance on this opposite challenge here, and Slight does not miss. These comfortable shots here, goes for the second as well, and is able to plant his feet here, and plant Boss up to a 4th as well.
Crispy flicks there. From Slight. And Shane threading in some deagle headshots. I'm not gonna ignore that. But yeah, I mean, it's been increasingly more prevalent in Counter-Strike that you can't win by committee anymore. You can't be a good team. You have to have great aim and X factor to back it up here in Counter-Strike 2. It won Team Spirit a major. I'll tell you that. Slump posted. And he does take down Slight, looking for the extra here. Posted up on the thread. Looks like he's going to empty out his AWP. Opening pick nonetheless. Wide swing there, though, from Darty. Fruitcup does get the second one bullet he was able to fire before Slump took him, and he was a headshot to Marky. Now, B-Wills, back corner of the site. Clearing him. Not yet! B-Wills does deliver. He's out of ammo, though. He's done. And Sauce, he ran out of bullets, too. Snav's going to take him down. If he had the M4, it would be a different story. But getting info, we'll get there second.
This is going to be a little bit of call and response here, going right back to it. The full investment here. Trying to make things work on the side of Boss to keep their position of power in this matchup, including a MVP for Slight, but they've been leading a lot of this mid-control here. Oh. This is not the good start that they needed. Dare able to pluck one out of the server there. Sauce sent flying. Slight looks for an edge back into this round here. Could surprise Slump on the angle. And he will do just that. A little call and response here. Op head to head, that Slight comes out on top end.
Oh, and Fruitcup commits to the spray long range. And now rotating back in towards CT spawn. Bold swing and delivers. Body shot bandit here for Fruitcup, 13-3. And Darty still here in A main. Snap trying to hunt him down, but on a perfect timing. Darty swings when he hears him running away. And Slight keeps landing off shots. That is a tongue twister. And that is 5-2 now for Boss. They even have double ops right now. I love some of the individual reads that Boss are making. You see that peek from Slight so perfectly zoned in to the top boxes. Big time awareness. We've seen Slump play on that angle a couple of times, and that's a great way to counter it. Some people throw a flashbang, try to catch him on the swing. This one is just full smoke spam for Fruitcup, and nobody will be planting inside of that smoke. There is 1-1 deep to come back. Because getting info just a little like that. But at the end, it is 6-2.
Sure that no bomb play comes through there. It's just constant smoke spam coming through. Fruitcup, as we've already seen, elevating in this matchup. Especially in a couple of these rounds here where you see that Sauce gets picked here. This constant presence here, the quick rotations. You can see how Fruitcup is so comfortable on this map right now. How quick he is to be where he needs to be. Is he going to fly through the smoke? No, not just yet. Instead has to deal with Fruitcup, who's already on the elevation here. Catches one opening pick there, shooting his teammate, but still Darty has coverage for the back. Needing a trade here from Shane. He finds it to give this one a chance. But it's still a man down here.
Trying to pull back a 2v5. It is possible because they've been given a lot of space across the map. Question is, what do Boss want to do? Because Slight's going to feel the pressure on A as the time ticks. They could have walked through Red Room. They could have lurked behind the back, but that smoke in towards Red Room tells the side of Boss a lot. Meantime, snav. Right on the boost. Not watching. What?
Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. Sauce had a chance. Oh, and B-Wills is not so confident. Molly coming in right for his corner, and he has no idea where to look. Sauce watching an angle that B-Wills should have covered. And that leaves Slight. 1v2. Walking up and deleted instantly. Does not get to pull the trigger. And of course the BM. 6 of 3.
I have to let it be felt right there. I mean, yeah, it's just very surprised. Maybe that's a little bit of the inexperience showing. B-Wills has coverage, and I mean, even still had a chance to react, given that it wasn't a full commitment from Snav, but that's just such a monumental advantage given by Fruitcup and Darty. That's taken right back by getting info. Those are the sort of moments you got to capitalize on against this team.
Oh boy. Already advancing through cave. Snav using the smoke to take a peek. Now flashbang forward. B-Wills hears the footsteps of many. But typically you wouldn't really want to throw a block smoke when you got 4 players in position. Your teammates aren't smoke. And in the meantime, Sauce just swings back in. Slight misses. That could compromise the A site.
It's fortunate that that smoke blocks him off right now. Allows for him to keep Donut while his teammates get in position. They have quickly moved here to focus up. Fruitcup diving into the fight. How does he find 2 there? Down to 1 HP, barely surviving. But taking these shots, allowing for Darty to get involved here. Another one out of Fruitcup, 18
My
kills.
God!
And looking for 19 before shut down by the AWP. 1 health with the op shot. But still, round feels decided unless Slump could bring home a big clutch. Another kill. Struggling to pick up a weapon, but eventually finds one. He hasn't picked up the bomb yet. It's still on the floor.
Slight posted as well. But holding the off angle and not the deep line. Instead, Slump with 15 has to run to that A site. Slight cannot miss. Flashbang forward, and he does. Slight fully blind. Round the site. The Glock's enough. Slump to go in for the plant. B-Wills is just gonna run him down. Slump to switch to the off, to take the peek. Rattles off a shot. 1 in the mag. Gotta hit it, and he doesn't. He overflicks instead. And it's not meant to be. Not the 1v4 for Slump.
And it's such a shame right there. I love the confidence to pick the AWP up in that moment right there. Saying, this is my gun. This is what I choose to clutch with. Knowing where B-Wills is running in from, but able to evade the shots. And survive for that clutch. Providing the promise that Fruitcup gave them early in that round. It almost wasn't enough. That would have been so heartbreaking for him. Putting up this monster performance and then still watching the round crumble as you fall on 1 HP. When you just couldn't deliver that last kill. Now they've got chance for comfort here. Marquee sideline as the flashes don't land. Oh, timing. Timing's rough here, but there's a lot of coverage in Donut, so all good there.
Ooh, and a headshot handed out there by Slight. Fruitcup keeps on fragging. Please, just give him more. 20 kills in a single half. My goodness. Look, not to talk about my personal things, but look, I made a video about Senzu breaking the major kill record in regulation. He had 21 kills at the half. I'm just saying, this is some record-breaking stuff we could potentially see from Fruitcupx.
Dropping a monster half already, with opportunities for more in this last round. One last buy coming through from getting info. But the same old resistance here. Mid-control capitalized from this CT side. The entirety of A given over, but this is such a good read to try and close this half off.
He's going in, Fruitcupx.
more.
He wants to swing. It's risky. It's awkward. He doesn't get any. But Slight's got the coverage. Marky's down on the ramp. But B wants to push down. Not satisfied. Made the noise of picking up a grenade. And it will cost him a bit. 1 kill, quickly traded. Molly in, though. And Dare's burning. The sauce has gone down. Slight has to push. 1 off the Tech 9, but not another. It's down to Darty.
2 low HP bars to play up against. I mean, this is so doable. Darren Snav joining forces, and a really well-placed smoke is going to buy time.
He's just going to push it. He will. Right into 2 players. 4 rounds at least for getting info, despite the monster half coming through from Fruitcupx. First, a stunning map from Sauce that wasn't enough to put it across the line. But now, a monster half from Fruitcup. 20-6 in 12 rounds. Honestly, potentially record-breaking performance if he keeps it up.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, if he keeps it up, there won't be a lot more rounds left to play here. Just looking to try and close this one out quickly, but pistol rounds have been a bit of a challenge. And it looks like Getting Info have the same idea. A lot of stacking towards middle. An early fight from Slump. Pluck Sauce out of the server early, but it's Fruitcup to lift off for the first T-side kill. He doesn't last too long, though. Dare's quick on the trade.
3v4, but there's some extra damage downrange, but the smokes are placed for deep square control. Once those fades, Darty's in trouble, but a re-smoke onto the teammate is a big question mark. We'll see if that pays off, as Shane just hits 2 headshots anyways, and that leaves Slipe. I think the Smalley's gonna be enough. That defuse is quite fast with the kit, and Snap will be able to stick it for the full way. Players just didn't survive for long enough.
Yeah, I mean, I was interested to see how that smoke would work there. Obviously, it maybe presents an element of surprise, but the players scaling through long get there so quickly. That is one of the challenges of this B site, that you always have to do a little bit more if you want it. And being cut off in cave and long leaves you so limited in post plants. Fruitcupx still landing some kills in the second half is a good sign, though. Still goes awry, but Force Spy's back in play. They want to walk their way out middle here. Walking through the smoke, in fact, here. Calling the bluff of getting info, and they're right in doing so.
He is watching, though. Jiggle P gets dinged through the wall. Dare traded out quickly. Marky, though, what else can he do? Not the double. 3 versus 3, but Slight wins his duel on the site. Slump overwhelmed. Slight, that would be an overstep. Stay out towards the big box. Snav goes in for the swing. Shane picks another. Both players seen. Slight needs the cover, and that he does. 1 kill from the back. This comes down to Shane, though. Close range 1v1, but he doesn't get it. B-Wills with the Mac 10 bends the bullet, and it's 9-5. Oh my goodness. We've got a game. Force Spy back coming through from getting info. And if Boss win this, we're probably going to a 3rd map. Money will be so broken for the CT side. They won't have an AWP, but Marky, known for some tricks. But nothing gives. Out of utility, just a couple smokes remaining here for these pistols.
Best to delay this round as long as possible. Hold on to those smokes for a little bit longer. It's probably going to be the game plan. Double up on the smokes and donut as well is very valuable. They can utilize them here. Nice HE, does half the HP of Dare here. No one crossing towards Red Room. That's at least information contained. Finally, that smoke goes down. That's going to force some repositions here. And they are repositioning. Slump and Dare joining forces, rotating a bit of a gamble towards that B side of the map. So Lurk smoke goes in to further commit them into this position. The rest of Boss manipulating this defense to put the weight on one man's shoulders in that donut, who's gonna be a little bit far removed. Dare does commit back, but he's only got a deagle on half HP.
Ooh, then this positioning. Oh, he saw a shadow, though. He gets to tuck out towards the big box, but will be hard cleared by Darty. Slump just thread one in. There's no CT smoke. 5-7 is good for a 2nd kill. Oh, boy. Oh, this is so messy. Multiple pistols swinging at once. It's a 2 versus 3. 10 seconds on the clock as well. They have to dry fight their way into a bomb plant, and they might not be able to do that. Panic plant here from Fruitcupx. Prayers that he protects, and he does. Sauce doing it. Protecting the president. Fruitcupx up to 23 kills. Boss to 10.
Wow. What a closer right there. In the chaos, they do exactly what they're hoping. Catch Boss in a panic to try and plant that bomb with no utility, no smokes, anything of that nature. You just have to put so much faith that your teammate has your back while you're punching in the digits, providing some chance to win the round. And Boss finally being able to do it, capturing control of this game here in a big way. Money's rattled here for Boss, and they can scale to 11 relatively comfortably. Now that's getting past a couple of upgraded pistols, but Opportunity right in front of them to try and snatch this third map.
Oh boy. The 6 damage tank. Many have told this story. Alright, Sauce. Forward. Who's getting 1 digged here?
One
It's
deed
gonna-
or one tapped.
It's yin and yang.
Yeah, there's a decent stack here, but you think that the guns can overwhelm, and that's exactly what they do. Nice coverage from Darty to escalate on in. And they get past the most of this defense here.
Absolute tragedy as Fruitcupx goes down and can't keep farming more kills. This is his
Why'd it
chance
have
to
to be
shine.
him?
I mean,
Why'd it have to be him?
that's how the records are broken, is they go for, like, anti-eco 4Ks. In my time, I've watched all, like, the top 5 record-breaking maps. And there's a rating record set by World Edit for big events. And he was actually getting, like, UMP quad kills against 2016 Echo Fox, man.
And when that was the case, right, it was the old money. So if you got full reset, you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
double eco.
And they were just full resetting
Yeah.
the CT side over and over again. And he's just getting UMP 4Ks every single round. It was an absolute travesty. That does not deserve the record, but alas. As Marky full blind, helped out by Slumpy. Sauce advancing, not ready for the low peak. Fruitcupx, of course, the trade. But eventually he'll go down with just a meager 1 kill. Snav, praying for his life, and will not escape the grenade. So back to the 2v2. We have a winnable round for Boss. But Shane holds the smoke. Headshot delivered. Bomb on the ground. And Darty needs a miracle. And hoping for a magnificent kill. I don't think Dare will be giving that one up. And getting info, stay alive just a little bit longer, which means more kills for Fruitcupx.
I like the way you put a positive spin on that one. More opportunities for him to count it up. What was the, there's Nikodos that hit a pretty big high, right?
That was the
Majors as well.
highest rating at majors ever set. That was 3.08. It tied the big event record. Funny as that is. World Edit also had a 3.08. Oh, God. What a shot from Sauce. Get pieced. And Fruitcupx. No, he falls. But Sauce the same. And Getting Info are clawing back into this game. Slate's gonna go for the swing, but Shane covering.
Yeah, good coverage right there. Nice bait and switch right there between Snav and Shane. Gonna force their hand here. Footsteps should be heard from Dare. Might be arriving just a tad late for them to scale out, but gonna keep control of Donut. Again, it's about trying to plant the bomb. That's the last smoke that they have available, so fighting through Donut is something they have to do.
Devo's unable to cover. Getting Info are clawing back into this game. We have an eco coming up next for Boss. Momentum on their side. Despite Sauce hitting a nice shot on a Marky. We know all these players from Getting Info can shoot.
They're landing some nice shots. They're also backing it up with some good coordination on the aggression right there as well. I like that combo. Pressing through cave, middle, and down the ramp. 3 different prongs to suffocate the offense.
There we go.
Darty though.
Yeah,
To the meat grinder.
There's 2 separate players spamming smokes, and then 1 tucked at the cubby. Nothing happening. Slump. What's happening? Nothing weird was going on down there. That was just a little meet and greet. Hi there, Slight. He hit the lurk in a donut, but has now been seen. We've got a runner.
Running out of donut. Right.
Oh my god, the great escape there for Slight.
This is all just one big ploy to get Fruitcupx some more kills.
Everything's like a little con artist. It's all a sham. Alright, Fruitcupx hit the Deeg shot on the slump. I think I'd lose it.
He's a way back into this round.
Oh! Come on! No! Now B-Wills.
Bomb plant.
Oh, he knows. Tough luck, though. That will be 8 rounds for getting info. Back in the game, I will say, money's not great for Boss either. Because they did buy some Desert Eagles in the previous round, so it's gonna be Galils for basically everybody.
The info just have to take this one round at a time, and they've got to keep up what they've been doing so far in this half, and that's taking some good map control. Flying slump in to this round here. They're ready to blow open the smoke, and they've got flashes to back up the entrance here. Also collapsing through from the shelf side. This is a multi-pronged approach to take mid.
Oh, and Sauce from up on the shelf, able to deliver one from Marky. There couldn't have been a better spray transfer. Snav handles Fruitcupx, and Boss are getting bowled over right now. Marky climbing from the bottom of the scoreboard, 8 and 17, can hit that spray transfer.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a sleeping giant. That looks like a spray transfer right there with how smooth the transition was. 2 instant dismissals as they try and trade through the smoke. Boss, try and fight fire with fire. Throw manpower at the problem, but Slight gonna fall over as well. Only casualty being Slump in the MP9. He'll buy an op in this round if he wants to. The rest have AKs in the mix. And getting info scaling back into this game. Just down 2 rounds here up against another half buy from Boss. They're making this one a reality here. A match on map 2. Boss were in such a dominant position. But that has since slipped.
Alright. Fruitcupx, I don't think the record was cool. The idea of that, but now Boss actually have to fight for the game. I missed
He was
Eagle
kind of
headshot.
the jet fuel of this CT side with how many multi-kills he was getting, how many opening picks he was providing, but without that influence, you can kind of see how things can go awry quickly.
And a bomb plant is the best thing that they're gonna get here. Is Fruitcupx okay? But needing so much more than just that. This will be a ridiculously difficult round. It's like just tries to make a miracle happen. From 11-6 to this nail biter game coming up. Slight making the decision. Is it an op or is it? And, well, before I can even ask the other hypothetical, AWP out for Slight.
Absolutely willing to bring that into the mix. So that could be a big piece of the puzzle. Still a lot of struggles on what they do to deal with the pressure on this mid control, but this is a change-up, getting info, stacking more resources on A. This is a good read right now. 2 players starting it over, and Sauce falls to Slump on one side of the map. Dare spots out another, and it's going to be a chase down here, but they don't expect Marky elevated.
Yeah, and oh, Slight doesn't even fire a shot. Marky's owning them. And Boss, they just lost the will in this game. They're just not hitting. B-Will's got 2 through the smoke, but even tracing for the third. There's just no way. He has the bomb on his back. Yes. Time to think about it.
Dropped his gun. Smoke faded. It's a bit unfortunate right there. Has to turn around and pick up some sort of weaponry, but that leaves him to an instant dismissal right there. 11-11. It's all tied up, and as you said, they lost their ways. They're getting read like a book right now, getting info. Now just a map off of taking series point first here in map 2. Ripping away any idea that Boss could claim map point here for themselves. And it's another all-in buy. Still have money to afford that luxury at least. We gotta make something work here.
Sauce just going all in for the play.
Jeez.
It seems like a one-stop shop for the B site. Line up here for Slight. Short and long. Snav. Praying for a flashbang, but an even better one hits the site. Darty on the spray transfer. Marky to make a move. And the set piece from Boss is perfection. Learn your flashbang. Hold on. It's not over. Oh my goodness. A 2 versus 4 retake here. Molly for Darty. Forces into the op, but a missed shot from Slump. It's down to Dare. The flashbang's good, though. Running out of ammo. He's got it. He's pulled off the clutch. 2 versus 4 for getting info. Series point.
Oh my god, he got lost in the gray screen there for a second, throwing his aim off, but Dare recovers, lands on his feet. And getting info, claim 12 here first. Boss had it in the bag. They had a monster first half. Fruitcupx with 20 kills in it. And now the realization setting in as the first pause used out of Boss here, despite this monumental comeback effort, comes at the hands of playing up against series point now, when there's no room to breathe.
All of Boss getting picked one by one. You're seeing a lot of situations where there's just miscommunications. There's players getting shot in the side. Timing's not being communicated. Awareness gone. And Dare, 5 bullets in the magazine. Nails the headshot. So here it is. Down heavy. 8-4, then 11-6. Pardon me, 11-5. And they're putting it down to just a one-stop shop A play this time. And the shadow scene, Slump knows. Slump's calling back in for help, but that shot somehow misses. Goes in for the re-swing and delivers. Then hits the net. Slump up for a highlight, not to be. B-Wills will shut him down. But Snav's got a pick. CT smoke is missed. 2 versus 3, and a smoke spam connects. It's down to Slight. 1 bullet in this AWP. That shouldn't be enough. Slight walking forward. Shane does not seem aware of this possibility, though. Shadow scene. Slight up close. No scopes him.
Oh my god.
Out of ammo. Picks up the M4, but can't deliver on the low HP Snav. An 11-5 comeback for getting info. It's 7 rounds straight to lock it up 2-0.
What a finish right there, man. What a show of resiliency here for this getting info squad. Running a little bit out of steam heading into that second half.